Okay, so picture this. You're sitting in class, the teacher is talking, everything seems normal. And then, out of nowhere, your mouth opens wide, your eyes water a little, you breathe in deeply. You just yawned. And now, the person next to you is yawning too. And now the person behind them. It's spreading like a virus. But here's the thing. Nobody knows exactly why this happens. Well, almost nobody. Today, we're going to go deep into the science of yawning. Why do we yawn? Why is it contagious? Do animals yawn too? Stick around, because this is going to get surprisingly interesting. Okay, so let's start from the very beginning. What actually happens when you yawn? Your mouth opens as wide as it can go. Your jaw stretches down. You take a long, deep breath in. Your eardrums stretch. Your eyes might water. And then slowly, you breathe out. The whole thing lasts about 6 seconds. And here's a weird fact. Every single yawn you take is almost exactly 6 seconds long. Not 3 seconds, not 10 seconds, almost always 6. Isn't that strange? Scientists call yawning pandiculation, which also includes stretching. That's why yawning and stretching happen together so often. You wake up in the morning, you stretch and yawn at the same time. Your body is basically rebooting itself.
For a very long time, scientists thought they knew exactly why we yawn. The theory was simple. When your blood has too much carbon dioxide and not enough oxygen, your brain triggers a yawn to bring in more fresh air. It made perfect sense. You're tired, you're bored, you're not breathing deeply enough, so your body forces a big breath. Clean, simple, done. Except it was completely wrong. In the 1980s, a researcher named Robert Provine did an experiment. He had people breathe air with different levels of oxygen and carbon dioxide. Some breathed normal air. Some breathed air with extra carbon dioxide. Some breathed pure oxygen. And the result? It didn't matter at all. People yawned the same amount no matter what they were breathing. So the oxygen theory was dead, and scientists had to start over. So if yawning isn't about oxygen, then what is it about? Here's where it gets really interesting. The current best theory is that yawning cools your brain. Yes, your brain can overheat. Think of your brain like a computer processor. When it works too hard, it heats up. And just like a computer needs a cooling fan, your brain needs a way to cool down. And yawning might be that cooling system. Here's how it works. When you yawn, you stretch your jaw really wide. This increases blood flow to your skull. At the same time, you breathe in cool air through your nose.
You've probably noticed you yawn the most in 2 situations. Right after waking up and right before going to sleep. This makes perfect sense with the brain cooling theory. In the morning, your brain is transitioning from sleep mode to wake mode. It needs to warm up and then stabilize its temperature. Yawning helps regulate that. At night, your brain has been working all day. It's tired, it's warm, and it's getting ready to shut down. Yawning helps cool it down before sleep. It's like your brain has a morning routine and a bedtime routine. And yawning is part of both. Okay, now we get to the most fascinating part. Why is yawning so contagious? You see someone yawn, you yawn. You hear someone yawn, you yawn. You even just read about yawning, and you yawn. By the way, did you just yawn? Don't worry, it's completely normal. So why does this happen? Scientists believe contagious yawning is connected to empathy. Empathy, the ability to feel what other people are feeling. Studies show that people with higher empathy yawn more contagiously. People with conditions that affect social connection, like certain forms of autism, are less likely to catch yawns. Even more interesting, children don't start catching yawns until around age 4 or 5. That's exactly when empathy starts developing in the brain. So contagious yawning might actually be a social bonding signal, a way of saying, I'm in sync with you. I feel what you feel. We're on the same team.
And it's not just humans. Almost every vertebrate animal yawns. Fish yawn, snakes yawn, birds yawn, even fetuses yawn inside the womb. Scientists have seen it on ultrasound. But here's the really cool part. Dogs catch yawns from humans, specifically from their owners. A study found that dogs yawn contagiously when their owner yawns, but not when a stranger yawns. So your dog isn't just yawning randomly, they're syncing with you. Chimpanzees also catch yawns from each other, and even from videos of other chimps yawning. This suggests that contagious yawning evolved very early in social animals. It's an ancient bonding mechanism. Quick question, can you actually stop a yawn once it starts? You've probably tried. You feel it coming, you clench your jaw, you try to fight it, and either it explodes out anyway, or it turns into this weird half yawn that's somehow even more embarrassing. The truth is, once a yawn starts, it's almost impossible to fully stop because it's an involuntary reflex, just like sneezing or blinking. Your brain triggers it automatically. You can suppress it a little, but you can't fully override it. Some people try closing their mouth to hide it in meetings or class, but the yawn still happens, just quietly. So let's recap. Yawning is not about getting more oxygen. That theory was wrong. Yawning is most likely your brain's way of cooling itself down. You yawn more when you're tired or bored because your brain temperature rises. Contagious yawning is linked to empathy and social bonding, and almost every animal
With a backbone does it, including fish. The next time someone yawns at you and you yawn back, that's not rudeness, that's connection. Your brain literally synced with theirs. Pretty cool, right? If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe, because next time we're going to answer another question you never knew you needed answered. See you then!